So I thought this one would be good to do since we had done the tree frog, and this is a frog that builds in the ground. So let's see if we can compare these two architectural structures from two different frogs. The gladiator frog, the name comes from the fierce way the male defends the nest he has built. The tadpole pool. This frog constructs small pools in order to make a place for the female to lay her eggs and create an enclosed area to stop the tadpoles being washed away by the currents or eaten by predators. Let's see if I can get this a little closer. How it's built. The minimum effort the male can, the minimum effort, that means the very least they can do. The male constructs a little pool by enclosing an area on the shores of a larger pond with a mud wall. Sometimes he uses a pre-existing dip formed by an animal footprint, saving him a lot of work. So maybe a deer came along to get a drink and left a footprint in the ground. Building site inspection. After the pool is finished, the female is invited to inspect it, which means look it over. If she approves, he courts her, and when the time comes, she lays the eggs inside the little pool. The male frog guards the floating eggs, and when the tadpoles become frogs, they jump out of the pool. Hop, splash. The female lays around 3,000 eggs that take 2 to 3 days to hatch. Wow. Remember, we learned that a lot of animals that lay a lot of eggs, it's because there are a lot of threats to the babies and not very many necessarily survive. The female frog is very demanding and checks the nest thoroughly before going in. Half of the time, she declines. So she might check it out and go, no, I don't want to lay my eggs there. The gladiator frog is 2.5 to 3.5 inches in length. It lives in the wet lowlands of Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, and Ecuador. For behavior, the male constructs a pool with mud to attract the female. He defends the nest from attack in a very aggressive manner. Feeding, eats mostly seeds and insects. Enemies, snakes, lizards, birds, small mammals, and other male frogs from the same species. So they're competing to have their babies survive. So there's the plan page for us. Materials, mud from the bottom of the pool. Tools, the male frog uses his legs to work the mud. The gladiator frog has a bony spine by the big thumb that he uses as a dagger to defend the tadpoles from attacks. Wow, he is a very defensive father. And there are some reeds by the side of the pool. And that's our gladiator frog.